What is up guys, it is Lelly and this is the PES Universe Royal Rumble. As you can see, I am up against another PES YouTuber in Bardinski. Actually, now that I look at it like this, it reminds me of the King of the Ring format. But as you can see, I'm up against another PES YouTuber. If you haven't seen him before, go check his channel out. The link to that will be in the description. We both got assigned a random team. He got Real Madrid, I got Southampton. Now I know you can see the stamina isn't full here, but that's because I grabbed this screen from half time. The stamina was full obviously at the start of the match. So you can see I set up in a very narrow way because my first priority, especially in the first half, was to make sure I didn't gift him chances. I was happy to go in at 0-0. So as you can see straight away, trying to win the ball off this Real Madrid team by trying to tackle them and putting a really tight press on them was always going to be tough. So that's why I decided to set up the way I did, just to make life as tough as possible. And I knew for me to get anything from this game, there's no point in me trying to hold the ball up and play my way through Real Madrid. I just had to make sure that I was playing quick counter-attacking football, not letting his defence settle. As you can see here, got a little bit of luck there with the little kind of ricochet which slowed it down for Buffal to actually come and score. But a nice little finish on the near post sends me 1-0 up into the first 10 minutes of the game. And as you can see here guys, I was always trying to play my way out the back because Bardinski had a very high and tight press up there, but I knew once you get past that initial press, you have acres of space to attack into, as you're about to see now. And that almost sent him into a bit of a panic. I didn't think he expected me to actually play the way I did, so I think that caught him off guard. But you can see there, Classy comes very close to doubling our lead. Now you can see here, I intercept the ball with Romeo, who gives it on to Tadic, and this is a lovely little bit of play from Shane Long. I was just begging the ball going to the back of the net from here so I could put it in the highlights, and that's exactly what Classy does. He sends us into dreamland, makes it 2-0. I couldn't actually believe it. I was like 20 minutes into the game and we're 2-0 up against Real Madrid. You got to remember, Ronaldo was on form this week, so I was really dreading, I know how to use Ronaldo in this game. He is still stupidly OP, and I was a little bit lucky there that my defender got to that first, because had he scored then, I was a bit fearful for the floodgates opening. So I knew that a 2-goal lead wasn't exactly the most comfortable lead. But here you can see that I think Shane Long was actually off form for me. I think if he was on form, I think he'd be sticking that at least on target, getting us a corner, if not in the back of the net. Going in at half time, I felt proud of the job I did because I pretty much felt like I restricted him just to shooting from range with Ronaldo, and that means that I pretty much got my tactics right. So in the second half, I thought he's expecting me to sit back a bit more, so I knew he went a bit more attacking. And I thought if I go attacking instead of defensive, then I know I'll have plenty of space to attack into, and I'll never actually let him settle on the ball going forward. So instead of sitting back thinking, let's not let him settle on the ball going forward and make sure we make life hard for him, I thought, let's just actually attack him and not let him have the chance to attack me. So that was what I was actually doing in the second half. In the first half, I was just trying to make things really tough for him going forward. This time I was trying to make things tough for him, to even get the ball in the first place. And it worked like a charm because you can see here I always have so much space to attack into. Like I said, I knew he had to chuck men going forward. He was 2 goals down. He was always chasing goals. And in this attack here, the header you're about to see now, this was actually a passing header. I didn't expect my player to actually attack that ball so hard. If I knew he was going to attack it that hard, then I would have gone for goal. So when I saw Tadic beat Pepe to that ball and get past him the way he did, I just knew I had this game won, because in the first half he had such an aggressive and high pressuring system that it just knackered his players out. And I felt like at that moment in the game that my attackers were favourite to the ball, favourite to do everything in that half of the pitch. So I felt like if I needed another goal, I would get it. And you can see here, my keeper makes a brilliant save, keeps it at 2-0. So guys, before I get to the end of this video, I just want to tell you guys to check out the PES Universe option file, because they have just released some awesome classic teams, and I am planning to do some challenges involving you guys where we use only the classic teams. Now when I say classic teams, it's not just players from back in the 60s and whatnot. These are the players selected from each era and all put into one team. So let me give you an example. If you decided to be the dirty scum, red scum that Manchester United are, what you'll have in there is a bunch of overrated players. But to be a bit more specific, you'll have Bobby Charlton, George Best, Schmeichel, Beckham, Keane, and players like that all put in one team together. So not players that exactly played in one era together, but what them dirty scum felt like were their best ever players. So yeah guys, make sure you go check that out, and if you want to see the other results, make sure you subscribe to PES Universe YouTube channel, where every match will be uploaded, the highlights of every match will be uploaded, and you can follow the progress of this whole tournament. So yeah guys, I will see you guys in the quarterfinals. I don't know who exactly I'm up against yet, we'll find out, but until then guys, peace!